Workout. My name is Sierra and I'm from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. This week we bring to you a recording because both Megan and I are away. So we figured we want to make sure everyone's still got in some movement. And this is the best way to make sure that happens. So before we get started, I just want to, my name is Sierra and I'm ourselves with some equipment. So today we're going to be using a band. And if you have a band that's like tied to a doorknob or something like that, that'll also work. I have a modification because I obviously don't have a door behind me, so I can show it that way. But if you do have it tied to a door, that'll work. You would also need a band for another part of the exercise. So that should work. Also having some light weights. You can have heavier weights. Today's my rest day, sure enough, so I'm just going to use light weights so that I don't overdo it. But if you want to add more weights, that's totally fine. So just be mindful of that. But anyways, we can get started. So as always, I always like to start with some breathing. And to do this, I just have one hand on my chest, one hand on my stomach, and we're thinking about just raising the stomach and not the chest. So filling that stomach up as if it's a balloon, and then exhaling and bringing it back in towards the center of you. So from here, we're going to just breathe in and breathe out. Big inhale in and breathe out, exhaling. Good. Inhale and exhale. Couple more breaths on your own. I invite you to close your eyes if you haven't done so already. And wherever you are, I want you to do 2 more big inhales. As big as you can make them. And exhale. Good. Okay, next we're going to just do some neck movement. So we're going to look up to the sky. And relaxing those shoulders, tucking that chin in now and going down towards the toes. And up to the sky. And one more, tucking that chin in, down towards the toes. And we're going to look left as far as we can go and to the right. Good. One more to the left. Relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. And one more to the right. Tilting our left ear to our right shoulder. Back up and switching sides. Awesome. One more to the left. Back up, and then one more to the right. Good. Then from here, we're just going to reach up as if we're going to grab a rope and pulling it down. Reaching up and pulling down. Good. Then from here, we're just going to bring our arms down towards our side, and we're going to bend to one side and bend to the other. Now notice I'm not bending too much here. No movement in the head. We want to just think about bending at the sides. If you can go further down and smoothly come up, that works too. If you need a hand on the side, that works too. Just getting in some movement as we do some side bends later. Next, we're just going to bring our arms out to the side and start doing arm circles. Getting bigger and smaller. And then reversing directions. Nice and easy as we warm up here. And bigger and smaller. Good. And from here, we're going to reach up. We're going to think about rolling down through the spine, tucking that chin in, pulling down towards the toes, making curvature in the spine. Hand can go on our lap, or hands can slowly go down towards our feet. And then we're going to slowly come back up, rolling up through the spine, all the way reaching up. And then one more time, coming down, packing that chin in, rolling down through the spine. And we're going to slide either down on our lap, down on our legs, down on a chair, all the way down as far as you can go. Big inhale at the bottom, sweet exhale, slowly coming back up, rolling through the spine. Good. And then from here, we're just going to think about opening our chest. So we're just squeezing those shoulder blades back, opening that chest, and then we can even bring our hands out to the sides. For those of us sitting at a desk or sitting in a wheelchair or using a walker, we're hunched out all day, so we're gonna open up that chest before we get into a couple exercises. Good. All right, let's grab your bands. So I'm just gonna quickly explain the first one. If you have one and only band and it's attached to a door, imagine that this band is attached to the door with this hand. What you're gonna do is think about just pulling out to the side, okay? If you're just having a free band with me, you're gonna keep one hand down towards your knee, even towards your hip, and it's gonna stay here. And then we're gonna take the right hand and we're pulling across up towards our head. Just pulling across, squeezing that shoulder blade back, keeping those shoulders down. That arm, both arms, but the arm that's swinging is gonna stay straight out the entire time. Good. We got 2 more here. 2. Good. And then we're going to switch sides. So again, if this is attached to a doorknob, we're just pulling out to the side. If your band is free, you're going to have this band at the knee or at the hip, and then we're pulling across and going up towards the head, keeping our arm nice and straight the whole time. Good. Shoulders down. Awesome. One more. Good. Okay. Then for this next one, if your band is attached to that door or the doorknob, you're gonna have it behind you, and then you're gonna press forward, pulling that band. But the doorknob attachment is gonna be behind you. If you're like me and don't have a door, I will go behind the backrest, behind me, whatever works. Try and keep it as high as you can, but going underneath the armpits. And then we're just gonna press forward. Okay, squeezing back, bringing those elbows back, and then forward, squeezing that core. And if this is too much, we can drop the band and just start bringing our arms out in front, just doing the motion. If you do single arm with the doorknob, that works too. We got 2 more here. 2, good. And let's rest. Grab some water, get situated, and we're gonna do both those exercises again. So we're going into sword pulls. One hand at the knee or at the hip, depending on if we're sitting or standing, and we're pulling across to our head, keeping that arm nice and straight. And last one. Good. Switching sides. Making sure this is nice and sturdy before you pull. Notice the palm is facing you. So we want that palm to be outward facing towards me. And last one. Good. Okay, moving back to chest press. So whether you're going up against the third or you're setting up behind you, behind the backrest, whatever it works. Thinking about getting that band as high as you can. I like to go underneath the armpits so it doesn't slide up my head. And then we're pressing. Squeezing that core as we press forwards, bringing those elbows back. Good. We got 2 more. Stay with me here. And 10. Good. Okay, let's grab some water. Shake that out a bit. We're going to set these bands down and get into some cardio. If you want to add some weight for these next ones, you can, but it's not necessary. Because my weights are quite light, I will be using it, but I don't, it's not necessary. So we'll add more weight into the next group of exercises. So we're just going to start off with a little bit of cardio, of a kind of a warm up to get things moving, and to warm us up a bit. And then we will get into a little bit of boxing and a couple exercises. So first exercise, we are going to have one hand on our head. If you have a weight, you can have it on the hand that's down towards the ground. And we're just gonna side crunch. Trying to keep our head nice and stable and just making sure the side crunch is coming actually from the side. Good. We're doing this for 30 seconds and then we're gonna switch sides. Nice. And then switching sides, one hand on the head, bending towards the hand that's to the ground. Awesome. Making sure we bend the side, think about bringing that belly button all the way up as we sit back into neutral. Staying nice and controlled. If you go further, make sure you are controlled coming up and going down. Good. And rest. Next one we're going to do is we're just going to reach all the way up. Then we're going to lean forward and bend back. Okay? Leaning up and bending back. Good. We're doing this for a minute, so we want to be nice and controlled with our pace. Awesome. Nice and controlled. Going all the way up, squeezing down, hinging forward, reaching back. Good. We are 15 seconds out before we move to that next exercise. Awesome. And rest. Good. Okay, next exercise we're going to do is a little bit of a Russian twist. So you can do this one of two ways. You can just twist like this. So side to side, nice and controlled. Or you can bring one elbow to one knee. Now for me, there's not a lot of movement here, and that's okay. What it would originally look like is if both hands are up and you could get it all the way down to the knee. But obviously I don't have a lot of that core. So whatever works for you, you can go back to Russian twist if that works. And we got 20 more seconds here. Just get it in that twisting motion. Good. We have 5 seconds, remembering to breathe and rest. Good. Okay, next exercise is kind of like swimming, where we're pushing water away from us. So arms are going straight out, pushing water away and coming back in. So as if we're just swimming along, pushing water away, coming back in, getting nice and open as we push it away. Nice. Shoulders down, nice and relaxed, breathing nice and controlled. Great work. Okay, we have 10 seconds. Speed it up. There we go. And we are resting. Great. Awesome job. Okay, grab some water. Grab your weights, as you will need them for this exercise. I'm going to grab a little heavier of some weight. So the first part of the exercise is going to be boxing. If you want to use weight for the boxing, by all means, go ahead, but we are doing it for 1 minute interval, 1 minute intervals. So you're going to want to pace yourself if you have weight. If you don't, you can go a little faster. Weight will help with not just swinging around. So it's up to you what you do. You can kind of just see what we're going to do for the first type of interval, and then you can decide what you want to do. We're doing a bunch of different boxing exercises, and then we'll add a dumbbell type of weight in between each of those. And we're only going to do that all through once. So get ready for some movement, some quick movement. So first exercise, we're just going to go right into some jabs. So we're just punching straight in front of us, bringing our hands back towards our chin. Finding a good pace, because like I said, we're going to do this for 1 minute. So if you want to speed it up, get more cardio in, get your heart pumping faster, by all means. Otherwise, we're just going forwards, nice and controlled. We want a little oomph at the end, and then we're bringing our hands back towards our chin. Good. Imagining whatever you need to get a little bit of force in there. Maybe you do have someone who can hold some mitts. That would be great. Otherwise, we're just shadow boxing with me. Good. And in about 5 seconds, we're going to grab those dumbbells if you don't already have them in your hands, and we're going right into bicep curls, and we're going to do 10. So 1, keeping those elbows in nice and tight. 3, 4, 5. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. And 10. Good. Okay, next one we're going to do is a left hook power cross. Okay, left hook power cross. Nice big swing to go into a power cross. So left arm, right arm straight across. Good. Bring it back straight to the chin. Now, when you get good at this motion, you can go a little faster. Left hook power cross. Left hook power cross, back to the chin. Left hook power cross, back to the chin. Good. Yeah, 10 seconds before we go into our next dumbbell exercise. Good. Awesome job. And grabbing those dumbbells. Okay, we're going up, overhead into overhead press. If overhead isn't accessible to you, I want you to just go forwards with weight. If you can't do it with weight, you are just doing it with your hands. Keeping those elbows nice and tight. And last one, 10. Good. Next one we're going to do is a jab cross, left hook, right hook. So what that's going to look like is you're going to jab with the left, cross over with the right, left hook cross, right hook across, coming back to the chin. Jab cross, left hook, right hook. Jab cross, left hook, right hook. Good. And then once you get faster, notice you can add a little bit of momentum. It's setting you up for those swings, each one. So jab, cross, already out for the left and into the right. Good. Jab, cross, left hook, right hook. Straight in. Good. So hooks, we want to think about there's a punching bag in front of us and we're just getting it right into the side. Good. Left hook, right hook. Good. Jab across, left hook, right hook. Awesome. Again, if you're just learning these patterns, slow it down. Left hook, right hook. Jab cross, left hook, right hook. And then you can start getting a little quicker and maybe practicing those motions next time. Tricep kickbacks. We are leaning forward, elbows are nice and tight, and we're going back. 2, 3. If 2 hands is too much, do 1. 5 on each side. 7, 8. Good. 9 and 10. Awesome. Okay. We're moving into jab cross. So all it is jab cross. We've seen this one. Jab cross, jab cross. Jab cross. Always coming back. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Good. Going back to the chin. Pacing ourselves as we are doing this for a minute. Boom, boom. Awesome. If it helps with breathing, we want to think. Exhaling on those punches. Good. We have 20 seconds left. Awesome job. Shoulders down. Coming back to that chin with those hands. Nice and controlled. Awesome job. And rest. Good. Okay, next one we're going to do are wheel ups or side up. Grab one weight if you have it. Otherwise, you can use it with just your hands. But what I want you to do is think about going left, right, press overhead. Okay, notice how I'm holding the dumbbell. If you're using a different object, just try and keep your hands to the sides as you press up overhead. Good. That's 3 and 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8. Good. Nice big exhale. 9. Last one. And 10. Awesome. All right. Grab some water. Let's take a quick water break. And then we're doing our last set of cardio intervals of different exercises. You can use weight for this one if you like. If you don't want to use weight, that works too. These intervals will also be a minute long, so it'll be a little tricky with weight. But if you want that challenge, I am all for a challenge. So I'm just going to walk through the 3 exercises that we will be doing. By no means do you need to start yet, but what I'm thinking is we'll be doing adaptive jumping jacks. So just going up and overhead. We'll be doing a minute of those. Then we'll be doing some lat raises, lateral raises out to the side. And then our last one, we're going to go into a hold. So elbows, notice we're going at 90 degrees. Elbows are nice and level with our shoulders. Shoulders are down. Palms are facing me, or you'll have weight. So whatever works for you. So we'll be doing all 3 of those and then going to those again and again. So make your decision now. If you are using weight, you can always drop the weight later if that works too. I'm not going to be using weight for jumping jacks over my head, so just as a disclaimer. So let's get started. We're doing jumping jacks overhead. We're going for a minute, so nice and controlled. If you have weight, when you feel like it's too heavy, by all means drop it. Otherwise, finding a pace and staying nice and controlled. Good. Breathing. Awesome. Those arms are staying fairly straight. We're sitting up nice and tall, thinking about pressing those feet into the ground. Good. finding a pace. We have 10 seconds left before we move on to that next exercise. This next one, I will be using weight, so if you want to do what I'm doing, you can grab weight. And we are going into lateral raises for 1 minute. So dropping those shoulders nice and controlled. Because we're doing a minute, I'm going to slow it down a bit. If the weight gets too heavy, drop the weight. Breathing. Awesome. We're already 30 seconds in. Thinking about as if strings are pulling our hands up to the sky. Stopping at shoulder height. There we go. We have 10 seconds left. Breathing. Awesome. And rest. Shake that out. And then we are going into V holds. So 90 degrees of the forearm and bicep. We're just gonna sit here. If you're brave, you can have your weights. Otherwise, you can drop them. Sitting up nice and tall. Great job. Nice and calm now. We have 20 seconds. I want you to stay nice and steady. Breathing here. This one's a hard one. Nice and stable. Keep those elbows up. And relax. Great. All right. I'm going to give you about a minute break. Grab some water, and then we are doing that all again. Lucky us. Okay. A minute break. Make your decisions about weight. You should be feeling a little more tired now because we've done quite a bit of movement. And we're going to be doing this 2 more times. So we are pacing ourselves and we're going to make it through. We have 20 seconds. Stretching out those shoulders. Getting a couple more big breaths in. As we go right into jumping jacks. Here we go. Good. Nice and controlled. Getting in those nice big snow angels or jumping jacks. Good. Slowing it down if you need to. Otherwise, you can speed it up. Sitting up nice and tall. We have 20 seconds. You could do it. We are almost through. And then we're going into lateral raises. So sorry about that one. Good. 5 seconds here. And rest. Good. Okay. Going into lateral raises. Nice and controlled. We're just going up to shoulder height. Thinking about those strings, pulling your hands all the way up to shoulder height and then releasing nice and slow. Awesome. We're doing great. We got 20 seconds. Just think we're gonna have to do these one more time and then we go into cool down. So we're almost there and relax. Good. Now we're going up to our 90 degrees. Nice and relaxed. Elbows are at shoulder height. Breathing. We have 20 seconds, staying nice and strong, engaging that core to help you stay up. That's it. We got 10 seconds. Breathing. Focused. And relax. Awesome job. All right. Shake that out. You have 1 minute of rest. And then we are doing that one last time. Everyone is doing awesome. It's definitely not an easy workout. This last one, I want you to pace yourself, finish nice and strong. Be proud of getting through this workout. And we got about 30 seconds left. Taking in some last big deep breaths. I always like to squeeze the shoulder blades back. Getting back into a reset mode. All right. We have 5 seconds and then we're going back into our jumping jacks. And here we go. Good. This last one, our arms are gonna feel heavy. We wanna just go nice and slow. Finding a good pace. All the way up. Awesome. We're halfway done this exercise and we don't have to see this anymore. Awesome. 15, nice and strong, sitting up tall. Here we go. The last 10 seconds. And rest. Good. All right, shaking that out. Quickly getting into our next one. Into lateral raises, going up to shoulder height. Pacing ourselves. Feeling that burn. Let that be a sign that we are getting stronger. We are feeling good. Our body is moving, doing what it needs to, doing what it really wants, even if we don't want it. Awesome. We are halfway already. Here we go. Then we're going into our last set of holds in 15 seconds. And then we'll get a nice cool down. Awesome. Here we go. 5 more seconds, and then we're going into our hold. Good, and relax. Shake out those shoulders. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, and then bring our arms up. Elbows at shoulder height, palms facing me. This is our last minute of holds. And then we'll go into a nice, gentle cool down. I promise it's a lot nicer. Here we go. Focusing on our breath. Bringing us back to the balloon filling in our belly. Good, we got 20 seconds. getting inside our body. And relax. Awesome. Great work, everyone. All right. Let's set all of our stuff down as we move into a nice cool down. This is always my favorite part, the most important part. We will feel a lot worse tomorrow if we don't cool down and bring our body back down to a resting heart rate. I want everyone to inhale, reach up overhead, and exhale as we bring those arms down. Inhale all the way up, reaching for the sky, and exhale, coming down. Good. Big inhale up to the side. Bringing our hands together, nice and clasped up over our head. Inhale as we exhale, coming back down to center. Inhale one more time. Exhale, coming down. Awesome. Okay, from here, we're going to tuck that chin in, looking down towards the ground, trying to get as much flexion here in the neck as possible. As you can see, we're trying to get that chin down. If we need a little movement to help get our head down, we can use a hand. And we want the stretch to be in the back here. Relaxing those shoulders. Big breaths here. And exhaling, coming back to center. Tucking that chin in as we go to the right side. We're trying to get that nose down through that armpit. If it helps, let's bring this left arm down towards the ground so we can get as much length and stretch here as we can. Exhaling. Maybe trying to get a little further. Exhaling, coming back up to center, tucking that chin in again, and going to the left. Dropping that right arm to the side if we can. Awesome. Big inhale and exhale. Let's try and get that head even closer to that armpit. This is so important for those using any type of mobility device. Anyone sitting at a table or desk, at a computer all day. Exhaling, coming back up to center. We're gonna go take our left hand to our right knee, twist to the right, and look over that right shoulder. Awesome. And big inhale and exhales here. Exhaling, coming back to center. Big inhale and exhale as we go to the left over shoulder. Nice twist here. Exhale, coming back to center. Big inhale as we exhale and reach up overhead. As far as we can go. Notice my armpit's not dropped here. We're trying to get up. We can up overhead. Reaching. Exhaling, coming back to center. Going to the left or to the right with our left hand. Again, try and keep that armpit nice and level with our head, not drop down. We're going as far as we can go, and then we're going to hold it here. And exhaling, coming back to center. Good. From here, we're going to tuck that chin in again. We're going to slowly go down, rounding out that spine. We can keep our hands here and stay here. If you can, we're going to go all the way to the toes or to the ground. Keeping that chin nice and tucked. And then wherever we ended up, we're going to stay here for a moment. Breathing in, up through the spine, exhaling down towards the tailbone. And exhaling, slowly rolling up. And we're going to look up to the sky, shoulders in our back pockets, lifting that chest. Hands are either to the side or back behind us, pulling down towards the ground. And we are lifting up to the ceiling. Awesome. Thinking about how we made it through another workout, treating our bodies with some movement, hopefully filling our souls a little bit, filling that cup to go through the rest of our day, the rest of the week. Big inhale. As we exhale, come back to center. All right. Awesome job, everyone, today. Thank you for joining me in this session. I hope the recording wasn't too bad and that it worked for everyone this week. I will be seeing everyone next week as Megan will be still away. But until then, take care of yourselves and have a good rest of your day and rest of your week. Bye, everyone.
Great. Thank you, everyone, for coming. To mirror what Sierra was saying, hope that this was able and working for all of you. I didn't see anything in the chat, so thank you, everyone, for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful day as well.